Oh, and welcome to New Beginnings Podcast with Michelle. I am so happy to see you guys again. And we are in the month of May. Can you believe it? We are going through this month so quickly, and it's our time to understand that, hey, we got to keep going with this month or this year, okay? And we are in the best month, I think, for most moms and ladies out there, all who represent being a mother. Guess what? We are celebrating you this month of May, all month long. And we are grateful for all the moms out there, all the moms that don't have their own kids, but they seek and carry and bestow onto others, other children, like teachers. They are there for other kids. You are like a mom to these kids. So I am so happy to be a part of the group of moms out there as well. And today our guest is also a mom. So moms, we salute you all the way this month of May. Yes, thank God we are here today and we have the opportunity to love on each other today and every day of the year. Okay. Every day we can celebrate and love on each other. Check on the ladies out there, check on them, because we all need each other to support and bring us through everything that we go through throughout our day, our year, our life. New Beginnings Podcast. We are all about your well-being, functional well-being. So functionally, we want to make sure that we can do things. We are healthy. We are strong. We are looking at our environment and being able to be increasing or enhancing our well-being through the people we meet, through the relationships we have, through the food that we eat, through our finances. I'm always talking about finances on this podcast because for some reason we need to make sure our finances are in order for us to reduce the level of stress in our lives. All right. We also want to look at well-being through finding your purpose. If you haven't done so, it's okay, because each day we are alive, we have the opportunity to seek that which we are called to do. All right. So here at New Beginnings, we want to welcome you. We thank you so much for always joining in, listening to the podcast. And today I want to share another affirmation with you. I am strong and I do feel accomplished. Yes. I am worthy and I am worthwhile. I am inspired and I am motivated. Yeah. I am strong. I am accomplished. I am worthy. I am worthwhile. I am inspired and I am motivated. And I am motivated today by our guest who we have with us. Her name is Brittany, or Miss Fit Brit. If you have seen that name before on the social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, Brittany is a dear friend. We met through competition. Bodybuilding is our core. It's kind of like our background. And that is one of the places that we have been able to connect with many different ladies and guys, but many different ladies with same like mindset. And I met Brittany in one of the competitions. As a matter of fact, we were on the honor stage together. Yeah. And we had so much fun on stage. And after, when we came off stage, we were clapping and happy and jumping like, we just won. We all just won, and it was such a fun time to be together with persons that loved what they were doing. And we reconnected because we are doing things that we love. And one thing that you can see running throughout one of the themes you will see is that of health, fitness, finances, well-being. We love the concept of helping others stay healthy and have a healthy lifestyle. So it was just like a no-brainer. Hello, I need to interview Miss Fit Brit. Hi, Brittany. How are you today?
Hello. Hi, Michelle. First of all, thank you so much for having me here on your platform. I am honored. It is a privilege. You are absolutely amazing. Can I just say that?
Thank you so
And I just love how God circled us back again after so many years of, like you just mentioned, competing on stage together in the bodybuilding industry. It's been it's been our core. It's been a part of our life, and I'm just so grateful that we have continued to do this work. And
Yes.
we'll continue. It's our purpose, it's our passion. And so I'm just grateful. Like you said, new beginnings. Like, we get to continue this journey together. We may have ups and downs, but we always get another chance to have a new beginning, to have a new life, to have more vitality. And so,
Yes.
yes, I am passionate, at what I do. And I'm thankful to be a part of, your community today to share my story. So thank you for having
You are
me.
most welcome. Thank you for being on New Beginnings Podcast. And that affirmation or affirmations that I read today, it kind of embodied you. And I wanted to say it because I want people to understand we as ladies, we are strong. It
Yes,
doesn't mean strong only in muscle because we have that too, right? But we are strong. We are accomplished. We do things to accomplish. We want to feel that sense of accomplishment in the things that we do. So, hey, why not affirm it? I am accomplished. I have done
yes,
things that can help me move forward in my life. I am worthy. We are all worthy. I am worthwhile. Two different words there now, two different meanings. But be mindful that you can inspire others and motivate others. So tell us a little bit about you, Brittany.
yes. I love that. Well, let's just start with motivation. I know for a fact that I am doing my God-given purpose. Years
Mm.
back, even around the time when we met during the Arnold Classic and competing on stage, I told God, I said, I want to motivate, encourage, and inspire others. At that time, I didn't know how it was going to work out, but because I said yes to my calling, ever since then, Michelle, God has worked everything out. And so for the past 11 years now, I got into the fitness industry. I started my very own business in fitness, and it's been life changing. Over the past years now, I've helped thousands of women to tone and transform their bodies. I'm a master at toning and transforming natural bodies into a wow status in just 2 to 3 months. And it has been my lifestyle. I continue because it makes me feel good. It makes me feel accomplished. It makes me feel strong, just like the affirmation that you mentioned. So I love that. I was like, oh yes, that is me. So it's been a great journey, and I love, like, my superpower is helping women who are already powerful but in some way, shape, or form may have lost their belief in themselves, or they've lost their motivation and their drive. And so I help them to pull out what God has already put inside of them, and that's through toning our bodies, putting ourselves first, because at times, especially as it comes to our health, that can be put on the bottom of our to-do list. And so I am super passionate about helping women to, pull out who they are again so they can live from their highest self, but most importantly, put God first in their life so that everything else can stay in alignment. When we start to take care of our bodies, everything else in our lives starts to increase. our finances, our careers, our business, we start to feel alive again. We're fulfilled. We're happy. And so that has become my mission over the years. And I'm going to continue to do that work.
Yes, yes, I love it because that is definitely what our purpose is. And
Yes.
finding your purpose. You were able to find your purpose for the past years, starting the journey by accepting your
Yeah.
gift and moving forward. As you said, there are ups and downs, but
Sure.
still being able to develop and understand what your purpose is in the life of Brittany.
Yeah.
Yes. So you said you train women to find their purpose as well and get their alignment through, once you're healthy, seeing the ways in which you can change your financial health, how you can change your mindset. So tell us a little bit about how do you combine your training. So what type of training do you do? And how do you combine that with transforming the mindset? Because
Yeah.
I do similar things, but I would love for you to share your
Sure.
way of doing things sometimes.
I love that. And so for me, well, actually, there's two ways that women, can work with me. I have my 8-week snapback challenge, where the everyday career woman, entrepreneur, and leader who wants to either lose weight or tone up can come into that program, get the mindset training that they need to get into alignment. I don't just help the women physically, but I help them get back into alignment in their spiritual life, emotionally, mentally, financially. And so we work on those daily routines because, as you know, Michelle, motivation can get us started, but it is when we have those daily routines that keep us disciplined, because, staying disciplined is when we do things even when we don't feel like it. You know what I mean? And so it's been an eye opener adding the mindset component, because I've seen the ladies who work with me have seen the best results when their mindset is strong. That's how our bodies transform. That's how our bodies change, because we can work out every day and eat clean, but not see results if we're still telling ourselves negative thoughts, or if we're still looking in the mirror, nitpicking at our bodies, And so the goal is to make sure that every day we're saying those affirmations, we're meditating more, we're praying more. And so another thing that I do to help ladies, to keep their mindset strong and to get into alignment, which is next level from my snapback, and that's my Misfits. So becoming a Misfits team member, you're now able to step on stage and compete for your very figure bikini or transformation bodybuilding show, just like we did years ago, competing. And so now I help ladies to also take their bodies to the next level and compete for those who have that competitive mindset. They're like, hey, I used to be an athlete. I want to get that athlete body back like I had in high school or college. It's always been on my bucket list. So now I help them to do that, no matter what state or what country they live in. So I love that. Like I said, it allows them to put themselves first. It allows them to get themselves back on purpose again, and everything else increases in their life. More peace, more happiness, more freedom in their relationships, you name it.
So it's a twofold training.
Yeah.
Get you started, get you understanding who you are, pretty much.
That's right.
And making sure that you understand your purpose. And then if you want to, continue a dream, because we all have dreams and aspirations.
Yeah.
If you want to continue a dream, you can continue on to competing.
Yeah.
And that is great. I love that transition and encouraging and motivating ladies to do that. That is something I think is important, because most of us have that competitive side of us, and we kind of put it on the back burner when we become a mom. And we're like, yeah, we can't do that anymore.
Yeah.
No, we could do it.
Yep. You
You
can
know,
do
and
it.
it's a mindset. It's a
It
mindset.
is. And I'm all about ascension, like next level, next level. What's next level for me? So one of the things, and let me not forget to mention this, and this is important because a lot of ladies who do want to compete and step on stage, some of them have businesses too. So I also have another component, which is just the third way that women can work with me. And that is, my Misfits Abundance Accelerator, where ladies who compete, who may also have a business, or they may also have a career 9 to 5, but they want to now scale their business online. I show them how to create that confidence and that brand awareness online. And so that's a third way, a third level that ladies can, keep ascending as they're working with me to get back to their purpose. Sometimes when we do things that we are no longer connected to, or when we lose that and that drive, we start to feel like, wait a minute, am I supposed to be here? I thought I loved doing this, but why do I feel like I'm frustrated now? I'm angry. It's because our purpose never changes, but our assignment does. So the way that we were doing things now just has to change. And so I just help ladies to, like I said, tone their bodies, put themselves first, and make sure that they're staying in alignment to what they love doing. And so if any lady wants help with that, they're able to do that with me.
Yes, that is so wonderful. I like that because it's allowing someone to transcend into different levels
Yeah.
and be able to understand how to move in different ways. So finding your purpose is not something that is static. It's fluent. It flows because you can start one place and you may see your purpose,
That's
but
right.
then you may not be able to figure out what your purpose is at that point in time. You may see a glimpse of it, but as you move forward in your career, in your lifestyle, and your health goals, you may be able to find ways of enhancing your purpose.
That's right.
Through the things that you do, through your career, through training, through understanding what your mindset should be. So when we talk about, I'm saying this because I'm in total agreement with you. When we try to tell people, come on, this is not just a workout thing. This is a total body. It's a well-being thing. It's a healthy well-being. You want to make sure that you're holistically, my saying is the whole you becomes the well you. And that can't just only happen through eating the right thing or just exercising. It's a combination of things. And you grow into it. You learn who you are. I am in my 40s and I'm still learning who I am. It's amazing where I've come from. And I'm so happy to have experienced what I've done before to where I am now. And I'm pretty sure you're the same way.
Yes. Let me share this with you, Michelle. It's so funny that you mentioned that, because just kind of let me just take you all back to a little bit more of my story. And for me, like I mentioned, 11 years now, fitness has been my life, my joy, right? But there was a time where I completely lost my belief and motivation in myself. Like, after all the accolades, after, even winning my pro card in the natural IMBF organization and competing on stage and doing fitness modeling, looking from the outside in, everything was just so like big and bright and, bubbly, like, oh my gosh, I love this. But you would have never known that internally, mentally, I was down. I wasn't at my highest self. And so there was a point in time where I lost that motivation. I lost that drive. I remember, going to the gym, training my clients, coming back home, going back to the gym, training my clients, coming back home. And my routine just became this redundant, routine. I wasn't moving forward. I was actually staying stuck. And I started comparing myself to, others that I saw in my same industry on social media. And then that made me feel even more and more less than. And I had to realize that my journey was not their journey. I needed to stop comparing myself. And I know sometimes when we're in our careers or we're in business, that can keep us stuck if we are comparing ourselves. And so I just want to encourage anybody out there who's listening, like, stop the comparison, because we don't need anybody else's validation. Nobody can stop us from what God has already put inside of us. And so with that being said, I had to get clarity. Clarity was the first life lesson that literally propelled me out of being stuck. And I remember sitting there years back and I was like, God, give me clarity. Show me the direction on how to get out of being stuck right now. And what I did, Michelle, was I started to write down everything that I was doing that was keeping me stuck. And then I wrote down everything that I desired, what I wanted to do. And then I started to take action on those things. And it got me closer and closer to my goal. So then, secondly, I started leading with that desire, right? I wanted to make sure that my finances increased. I wanted to make sure that I was happy. What else did I have to do? I had to release myself from a 10-year relationship at that time. And during that time, it allowed me to then own my power. And at that time, we just weren't, getting on the same page. We have a great co-parenting relationship. Even now, I have nothing negative to say. It was actually a blessing those 10 years. A lot of the knowledge and information that I now know and study and learn from today came from that relationship. And I say that because a lot of times we may be in our life or relationships or different things happen. And sometimes we may feel like the world is about to fall off. But no, those lessons, those circumstances, those things that we go through that are painful, they prepare us for what's to come and what we have to do now. So when I released that relationship, I then started to invest in myself. And I started to invest in coaches and mentors that then showed me what my possibility looked like, showed me what I wanted, right? It showed me that there was a next level. And then I took action. I took action on everything that I implemented, even over the years, what I learned. And so with that being said, I was able to quantum leap where I was able to get from being unstuck and back to my purpose and my fulfillment again. And so during that time, like when I look back, even now, as I'm sharing this story, I'm so grateful for that journey, for those 5 steps, getting clarity, leading with my desire, releasing what no longer serves me. Like these are literally I call these my 5 ways to accelerate into abundance. Investing in myself. I was never taught what that meant, right? Growing up, the power of investing when you go in with the right heart and the right spirit. So even when it comes to our fitness, if there's any area that you're struggling with, you have to get the help. You have to invest in yourself, whether that is with Michelle, me, any other fitness trainer out here. First of all, there's no competition. There's so much room for everybody to get the help that they need. And so I am like a firm believer of coaches having coaches. I'm a firm believer of asking it as many questions as you can, because it allows you to shift to your next level. If there's anything that I don't know and I want to get better at, I'm asking questions. How do I do that? What do I need to do? Right? And so that has really like quantum leaped my business, my belief in myself, my faith, and it has helped to align everything that I have always, wanted to do. And this is just the beginning, even though I've been doing this the past 11 years, I still feel like this is just the beginning. There's so much more. There's always more for us, no matter how successful we are, there's always more, so that way we can have more peace, more fulfillment, more freedom. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I really like that. And I would take 3 of the 5 things that you mentioned and kind of repeat it for people to understand. You really need to sit down and figure out Who am I? You
Yes.
need to get that clarity. You need to sit down and really write out
And
and
silence the noise.
yes, and ask God. We believe in God. So I'm telling you, ask God to give me wisdom and understanding or discernment as to what am I doing now? Where am I going? You have to. And then the other thing is releasing negativity. Sometimes it might be releasing positive things,
Mhm.
but it's for the opportunity to see who you are.
Yes.
Because it's releasing things so that it's you want to, as you say, silence the noise is the same thing. Releasing things around you to understand, okay, exactly, God, what you really want me to do now?
Yeah.
Because that is something I remember when I started my business and I was like, I don't know what to do. And just like that, God told me do a podcast. And I was like, you sure you're talking to me? Literally. I
Are you
was
sure
like,
you're
you
talking
sure
to
you're talking
me?
to me? And it was just a confirmation. And he said, do the podcast. And here I am at a podcast today. We have to sometimes release our own insecurities to be able to
That's right.
understand where we need to be and how far we could be
That's right.
if we release our negativity. Yeah. And the third one you talked about is investing in yourself.
Yeah.
We do not know everything. Believe you me. What I knew 10 years ago is not the same now. Because just like Brittany, I would find myself trying to find out what is the best way to help somebody. And whether it is I dive into, for me, the last thing I dived into was getting more clarity on functional nutrition. Somebody else, Brittany, is you heard what she's offering. She wants you to not only be great in your health, but you want to make sure that you have your career going right for you. So she's focusing on making sure that you have your finances going right, your business is blooming. So when you see us, you might see us working out, you might see us sharing different things, but understand it's not just one thing we're about. We are holistically trying to ensure
Yes.
that we have a healthy lifestyle. And we want that for you too. So don't be afraid to ask us any questions. Ask as many questions as you
That's right.
want, please, people. That is what life is about. Is learning.
That's right.
You learn something every day. If you didn't learn something today, well, I'm sorry. You gotta think of it that way. If you want to be strong and you want to be accomplished, I like, as Brittany said, write things down. Write it down, and you write it down, and you that helps me to feel accomplished sometimes, because sometimes there are times when don't you feel like you didn't do anything?
That's
Don't
right.
you feel like that sometimes?
Yes.
So sometimes, but if we write it down, we're like, oh no, I did 5 things today. So it's just us trying to affirm to ourselves that we are accomplishing something, and you could do it too. So I really like that. I like those things that you have shared. And I know you explain this even more when having your talks, because tell people about you have been a speaker, a motivational speaker to
Yes.
many. Share with us that journey.
Yeah.
How did you get there?
So it's so funny because I've always, even from when I was a child, from middle school into high school, it really sparked my interest when we used to have assemblies. I don't know if you remember like having
Yes.
assemblies,
Oh, yes.
but I remember motivational speakers coming into those assemblies when I was a little girl. And I was always like, wow, like I want to do that one day. I want to be the person that comes in and like speaks and to all of the children or all of the high schools or colleges. And so it has always been inside of me. And so,
Mhm.
like we talked about earlier, when we put our intentions and our mind on something, God aligns people. He connects us to people to get us closer to that vision. And that's what's been happening. So over the years, I've been asked to speak at, churches, hospitals, schools, universities. And I have now been able to bring, my message of, 5 ways to accelerate into abundance, like I just mentioned, because that is how I was able to overcome being stuck to now really fulfilling my purpose and getting into alignment, because that's what we're here on this earth to do, to fulfill our purpose, to be able to help others, to leave a legacy, so that way when we do leave, because one day we will all no longer be here, but we want to make sure that we leave a successor. The things that we do now, have we been able to teach and share it with others? And so I've been able to do that. And I want to continue to, keep that going with, speaking and helping women to tone and transform their bodies. So yeah, just over the years, putting my intentions there, remembering that dream, that vision that I've always had, it has allowed me to continue that. And so it's just going to get bigger and bigger. Like I'm claiming even this year, before the year is out, major contracts that I've never seen before. I'm speaking that into existence right now.
Nice. Yes. That is so great, because it allows you, even when we get down, and even when we're despondent, we still have a God that we believe in. So there is still faith and hope that we can speak into existence the things that we want to do. And I love that. It is so heart-filling to hear you say that, because it not everybody believes that, but I want people to believe there is a God, and you have to have some faith. Remember, just a mustard seed. It doesn't have to be a lot.
But we need to make sure, Michelle, that we keep feeding our faith. Our faith needs to be fed. As my mentor always says, our faith needs to be fed. And I know, it's funny, I'm going to say this, but the very thing that we coach and teach on is the very thing that we need help with ourselves. And a lot of people don't.
Yes. So how do you, and you're a mom just like me, how do you keep the balance? What do you do? You're a mom, you're out there training people as well as an entrepreneur, doing talks. What do you do, and how do you keep stable?
Yes. I love that question, Michelle. Well, first off, my daughter is now 5 years old.
Oh my gosh.
Zariah with a Z. She is a firecracker. Like, her energy is bigger than mine. And so balance. Having a routine has been so helpful, keeping her on a structured routine. So that way, when I'm training clients, even working from home, I have her at her daycare right now. Her birthday's late, so she has to start, kindergarten late. Yes. So between that time while she is in daycare, that's when I'm working on my business. When she is home, when I pick her up, I make sure that it's completely our time together. I don't like to work while she's with me, because I don't want her to see me and always working mode. So I keep that balance. But it's so funny, because when she is listening in, hearing me, I hear her, mimicking what I'm saying, and she's always motivating me. She's like, well, no, mommy, you can do it. Like, believe in yourself. She's like, if I won my first pageant, you can do it too. So she's always pushing me. She's listening.
Yeah.
She's mastering her emotions. One of the things that has been so helpful, even with my own personal development, is, learning how to master my emotions. So even with her, I'm teaching her how to do the same. And so I allow her to express herself. If she needs to cry, I let her cry. If she wants a hug, I asked her, what would you like mommy to do right now? Do you need a hug, or do you want me to, so that's been really, really helpful. having that routine has kept me so balanced. We
Yes.
eating together in the morning before I take her to daycare. She knows on certain days we do certain things. You know what I mean? And so it's just that everyday balance, that routine that keeps her stable. So that has
Yes.
been cool.
Yeah, so yeah, we wear many hats, but being a parent, being a mom, it's something that I've never thought I would be, but becoming a mom is it's different. It's just a different lifestyle. You learn how to balance things.
Yes,
You learn how to balance your emotions. You learn how to balance your work. You learn how to balance being there for
that's right.
someone.
That's
So,
right.
moms, we really salute you. We really salute you this month. We really salute you for all the things you do for your kids, for your family. Just keep on being a great mom by the grace of God. Everything is possible through him.
Absolutely.
That's one of my favorite texts. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall
Yes.
direct your path. You really want to continue being who you are, humble and Christ-like. So, yay! I'm so happy we had this opportunity to talk today, Brittany. And this is not our last talk, people. Y'all gonna see there is going to be a continuation, and we are going to encourage you guys to keep on following us, keep on following our journey, because it's not just our journey. You are made up of our journey. You are a part of our journey, and without us having you as clients, as friends, as family, we're nothing. We need you guys. So we are happy that you keep following us. You are our clients. You have been able to share your dreams and talents that you have with us. And we are so grateful to helping others enjoy and find their purpose. So, Brittany, I am so happy we got to talk today.
Yes.
And I am so grateful for all the things that you do, because you have inspired and motivated me. And I am very clear in my mind that you are worthy of everything that you need and you are given by the grace of God.
I received that, Michelle. I received that, and I thank you so much. I'm so excited for what God is doing in your life. I'm thankful for this podcast, this platform, this community that you have, opened up, your heart and soul to, and it's just life changing. So any way I can help and share my value and my gift, I'm here. So thank you. It has been an honor to be here.
It's been an honor to be with you. And this has been New Beginnings Podcast. Listen up, ladies, gents, too. You are strong. You are accomplished. You are worthy and worthwhile. You inspire and motivate me, Brittany, and everyone else. So this has been New Beginnings Podcast with Michelle, and today, Brittany. God bless you guys, and we will see you again soon.